guys.
Oh, hey, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Where's everybody? This place is usually packed at lunch.
Oh, the Waterside Inn, Barry's Bar and Grill, Angel Burgers, anywhere but here.
Yeah, I heard something at the hospital about Gabrielle having a relapse. Are people afraid that the hotel is still affected?
It about sums it up. So if you would rather eat lunch somewhere else, I'll...
No, thank you. You guys just wait a day or two. This whole thing's gonna blow over.
Hey, thank you for your confidence. You know, if Gabrielle were not pushing this lawsuit, I think most folks would not even give this place a second thought.
Yeah, that is exactly why she's doing it.
I'm not going to lose this hotel, Steve. Tell you what I want you to do. You try to convince the remaining guests to stay. I'm going to get on the phone to the travel agents. I'm going to work on them.
Okay, great. Hi.
Hi. Welcome home.
Thank you. Sorry I'm late.
No, it's okay. I just got here myself. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Great. I got my invitation in the mail to Ace and Renee's wedding. I suppose you'll be in the wedding party, huh?
Yeah, well, actually, that's why I wanted to talk to you.
So the first thing you want to do is talk to the printer and make sure that he can put a rush on the invitations.
I already called him this morning, and he's going to have them ready by tomorrow afternoon.
Lordy, that's going to cost a fortune in overtime for the engraver.
Oh, I didn't tell him to engrave them. Renee, who cares if the letters just stand out a little bit? But the most important thing here is that people get the invitation in time to buy our gifts. I wonder if I'm going to get the same gifts I got when I was going to marry Max. Oh, you know what? I have to try and remember who it was that gave me that beautiful silver vase. I really like that. I want to make sure we invite them. What is this? Did you invite all of Landview here?
No.
Ron, who are all these people?
Well, friends of Ace's, mostly.
Well, is there going to be room enough for our guests?
Darling, the church is gigantic. There'll be plenty of room for everyone.
I guess you're right. We're just going to have to call our friends and tell them to get there as soon as possible so they get the best seats. You know, Renee, this is just going to be the best and the most wonderful and memorable wedding of the whole Buchanan history.
I don't see what you're so upset about. I've got as much right to be here as you do. You got no right to be down here causing trouble for us. You're the one who's causing trouble. I came down here to get these people some clothes. It's a free country, in case you haven't heard. You're free to move to a different part of the waterfront if you don't like the company here. So smart, don't you? You're just coming down here and trying to force us all into shelters and pretending to be somebody that you're not. Well, we know who you are. You are a cop, aren't you? You're a cop. We don't like cops around here, do we? I'm not a cop, I swear. You have no reason to be afraid of me. I'm not here to hassle anybody, and I don't want any hassles from you. Yes, and what are you doing here? You're not homeless. Look at her clothes. She's all clean and pressed. I bet you got some fancy apartment across town, don't you? And some fancy cop car to take you to work every morning and some fancy paycheck you can collect at the end of each week.
We don't want to go to the shelters. We like it here just fine.
Yeah. Honey, that's not why I'm here. Don't you see? What are you doing? Are you with her? Are you trying to create some kind of diversion? All of you take a good look at her. It's as plain as day that she does not belong here, and you know you can't trust anybody from the outside. All right, I'm not homeless. I'm not a cop. I'm not a social worker either. I'm a photographer. I'm working on a story for the Banner. No, I want to help you. I've been to the shelters for the women. I wouldn't want to stay there either, but there's got to be another alternative than living here on the street.
Nobody cares where we live, as long as it's not in their backyard.
No, that's why I'm here, to make people aware, to let them know who you are and why you're here. They think you're drug addicts. They think you're drunks. They think that you just don't want to work. They think that you're too lazy and that you'd rather panhandle for a couple of meals a day than get a job and pay taxes and all that. Sure, some of the homeless are like that, but most of you people are just down on your luck. Don't you see? This story can give you a boost in the right direction. It can help you get your lives together again. Pretty little speeches. I am not promising that a photos or an article is going to turn your lives around, but don't you see? It is a chance for you to tell your own story. For people to realize something about you, to think that you're real people with real problems. Oh, yeah, this is a big chance for you to score big with your chief of detectives, isn't it? Now, listen, I'm warning all of you. If you let her stay here, you are asking for trouble. Because She may talk about winding you up in the shelter, but actually, you're gonna wind up in jail, okay? She's got no gun, so we've got nothing to be afraid of.
Okay, let's see. I think if I put baskets of flowers here and baskets of flowers here, and then there'll be flowers at the altar, I think that should be enough. Tina, do you have any objections?
You know, Cord and I are going to be married a second time here.
Yes.
And you know, after everything we've been through, our love is even stronger. It's even better and stronger now than it was the first time.
That's really wonderful, Tina. We're very happy for you. Could you give me an okay on the flowers?
Renee, the vows that Cord and I say have to be so special. I mean, I want to be able to tell him just exactly how I feel about him, and that I think, personally, that God had something to do with our being together, or else things would never have worked out the way they did.
Well, darling, I think the service covers just about every sentiment that a man and woman could express to one another.
Yeah, but then all you get to say is, I do, and then you have to repeat the vows that somebody else wrote. No, Renee, I really think that we ought to think about writing our own ceremony.
Oh, Lordy, I think Asa will have a fit.
Why? I'm sure there's things that he'd like to say to you that aren't in the service.
I don't think that he'd want to say them in front of all those people. You see, Asa is really a traditionalist.
Oh, I've never known him to be scared about speaking what's on his mind.
Darling, it doesn't have anything to do with being scared. It's just that I know that he would like a very conventional ceremony.
Well, even if you told him how important it is to me and to Cord and to you?
I think I'd stand with him on this. I don't think we're exactly what you call new agers.
Renee, age doesn't have anything to do with it. It's your feelings for one another that count.
All right, I'll talk to him. I think I know what the answer will be.
Oh, maybe I should talk to him then.
Oh, no. I think it's better if I do. I wanted to talk to you about the music that I discussed with the organist. Now, he said if there are any selections on this that you don't know, there are tapes that you could listen to.
This is it?
Huh?
What, just an organ prelude, a processional, and a recessional? Oh, Renee, this is so dull. I mean, aren't we going to have anybody sing or anything?
Why would you want anyone to sing?
Well, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking we could have Becky Lee sing some of her hits. It would just liven everything up.
Becky Lee is a country western singer.
Well, I know that's the whole idea. I mean, Asa and Cord were born in Texas, and you can't get any more country western than that, can you? Well, it would bring everybody back to their roots, you know. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Well, if Asa doesn't want Becky Lee there, then I'm sure we could ask somebody else.
Well, darling, I think that there are restrictions on the music that you can play in the church.
And you're saying you don't want anyone to sing?
No, I'm not saying that. I just think that country western isn't appropriate. What about Ave Maria? Darling, this is a very joyous but solemn occasion.
Yeah, I think it's turning out to be kind of a grim one. Never mind. We'll just liven things up at the reception, okay? Look, right here, I put together a list of all the best groups in the whole area. There's 2 from Llanview and 1 from Philadelphia, so take your pick.
Groups of what?
Rock and roll groups, really. What did you want, a strolling violinist?
No, I think that it would be very nice to have a group, a band, but anything but rock bands.
What am I doing here? Why am I even here? I mean, it sounds like you and Asa have this whole thing planned out, so maybe Cord and I just ought to show off for our wedding and just be surprised.
Tina.
Or maybe we just ought to arrange for our own ceremony, huh? Something that we'd really like. I mean, this is ridiculous. Whose idea was this double wedding anyway?
Well, Asa and Cord's, and it's very important
Well,
to
then
them.
I'm just going to have to tell Cord that I just... Oh. I just have to tell him that we're going to compromise and make this just the best wedding ever. Even if that means no rock bands.
I think that's lovely, Tina. And you know, I happen to know that Cord absolutely loves big-name bands from the 40s.
Yeah? You just take care of the music, okay? It's all in your hands. But I'm not going to back down about the cake. It has to be chocolate, because that's Cord's favorite flavor.
As long as it has white icing on top?
Deal. Now, where's the caterer's brochure?
Oh, there, in that green book on the desk.
Oh. Is this yours?
No, that's Vicky's.
I thought I knew all of her jewelry. But this one's really pretty. I mean, you turn it this way, and it kind of looks like a sun, and then you turn it this way, and it looks kind of like a mountain. Where'd she get this?
Michael, I need your help. Vicky Buchanan is more determined than ever to find Christine and blurt out the truth.
You're gonna find out eventually anyway.
Christine will not be able to handle it. She'll just hate Vicky and she'll hate me.
Christine is a big girl. She will be fine.
You don't give a damn what happens to my daughter.
I give a damn that I am paying you handsomely to do as I tell you. Now sit down and have a look at this.
What is it?
This is a model of Llantano Mountain. I want you to begin your dig immediately.
Are you getting so caught up in this, you're getting carried away with your own story? The dig was just a fabrication to get me close to Vicky Buchanan. There are no lost love letters of Benjamin Franklin.
I am well aware of that, Leo.
Then why waste the time and energy continuing the charade?
Because what we stand to gain is infinitely more valuable than even a professional dreamer like you could imagine.
I guess Ace and Renee are really excited about this wedding.
Yeah, they sure are.
Are all the plans finalized?
No, not yet. Again, which is why I wanted to talk to you, because there's going to be a big article in the Banner this afternoon, and I didn't want you to hear about it there. What's the matter? Have I got something, bread or something on my face?
I'm just very happy to see you.
Yeah, well, I'm real happy to see you, too.
Look, Court, I don't blame you for being confused. I know the last time that I saw you, I said I was
confused. I was. I'll admit that. But now I've had some time to myself, and sometimes...
I know you told me that you do all your best thinking in wide open spaces. You know, with the sun rising over the desert or setting behind the mountains. Of course, from what I've heard, you've been delivering babies in roadside diners. I'm not sure how much time you've had for soul searching.
It was quite a surprise to walk into that diner and see that woman about to give birth. And I'll tell you something, watching that child come into the world, that was an incredible experience.
Yeah. That's what every proud parent says.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that is an experience that I really want to have someday.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Just do yourself a favor and do it in the hospital, huh? Well, I tell you, the baby being born wasn't the only surprise when I was in Arizona. In fact, something else happened that kind of knocked the wind out of me.
Why'd you get thrown by a horse?
Well, I was thrown, yeah, but not exactly by a horse. Actually, it was something that happened that I'd kind of been preventing from happening, something that I wasn't admitting to myself. In fact, you even addressed the issue the night of Ace's party. But I was busy denying my feelings, so I didn't notice it, and I was telling you how much I thought it wouldn't be fair to you, and I kept apologizing.
Does this have something to do with commitment, Cord?
Commitment. Yeah. And that passion you were talking about that night. See, you said that you and I would never be able to have the kind of relationship that you needed. And I didn't understand why at that point, but now I do. You see, you probably knew in your heart that I had never stopped loving Tina. And in Arizona, I came to that realization myself. So I have asked Tina to marry me. And she said yes.
What is buried up on Llantano Mountain that is so precious to you?
When you find it, I will tell you the whole story. I want you to take your trusty picks and shovels up there and start to dig right away, right here. As soon as you need heavy equipment, I'll have it delivered.
All right, but you have to tell me what I'm looking for.
A tunnel or some kind of an entrance into the mountain.
A mine shaft?
An entrance, period. As soon as you find one, you report to me. And if you find any artifacts, especially a pin or an epaulet that looks something like this, you let me know right away.
That's a fairly modern design. An epaulet suggests a military uniform.
No questions. Now, don't get sidetracked either by any Indian relics you happen to discover. The tunnel is our main objective, and the sooner you find that, the larger your bonus will be.
All right, if I find the entrance and the artifacts, does that mean we do not have to involve Christine any further?
I can't promise that, Leo. I don't want your daughter hurt any more than you do. But if that becomes unavoidable, I can promise that I will do everything in my power to make it up to her.
Well, I don't know who she is, but I know damn well that she's not one of us. Now, are you going to let her take away our freedom, or are you going to stop her in her tracks?
Let her go.
Are you crazy?
She's not a cop. I've been on the streets a long, long time, and I can spot a cop or a social worker a mile away. She's been a friend to me and my little girl, and she wants to help us. I'm willing to let her try.
But don't you see you're falling right into her trap?
If you're afraid of her, then go somewhere else. But Christine stays here with us.
All right. All right, but if you end up in jail, don't come to me for help, because I won't be around. Boy, as soon as I get any money together, I'm heading straight out to Arizona.
Have a nice trip.
Oh, because I don't understand why she's so afraid of me.
Everybody on the streets gets a little paranoid after a while. Lack of trust becomes a way of life. You should have told us up front why you were here.
Yeah. Dad always told me honesty is something you're never going to regret later.
Were you being honest about helping us?
Yes. Let's go over to the fire. I'll tell you all about it.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I hope you're going to be very happy.
Thanks. Listen, I didn't even know if you were still going to be here when I got back. And again, there's going to be an engagement announcement in the banner. And I didn't want you to hear about it that way.
Well, thank you for telling me beforehand.
Listen, Sarah, I never meant to mislead you. Nor did I intend to hurt you. I really thought that we would be able to work something out between us. And I just never meant to lead you on. Look, it doesn't make... I know that you are a very wonderful woman, and I do care about you, and I know that you have got a lot to offer any man. More than most.
Look, Cord, I know that you're just trying to make me feel better here, but I don't really want to hear any of this, all right? So I wish you and Tina all the best of luck. Thank you for lunch.
You've never seen Vicki wear this?
No.
Huh. I'll have to find out where she got it. I guess Clint must have given it to her, huh? I'll have to ask him. So, now, did you and Asa pick a cake?
Yeah, let's see. This one, yeah. You don't
It's so plain. I mean, don't you want anything with, like, layers and flowers and a bride and groom on it or anything? I mean, Renee, honestly, if you get a cake like this, Cord's in my cake is going to make yours look so cheap.
Well, we certainly wouldn't want that to happen. So, in the spirit of absolute compromise, darling, why don't you pick out the cake, and anything you do will be fine with Asa and me.
Thanks. You know what? Oh, I meant to ask you, did you register your crystal and your silver and all that at the department stores?
No. Asa has enough crystal and silver to start a store of his own.
Yeah, well, I always figure you can never have too much of that stuff. I gotta make some phone calls about that. Oh, I remember. What about the photographer?
Oh, that's right. Cord was going to do that on her, but now he's in the wedding. I have an idea. I will call Clint and see if they can give us somebody from the banner.
Oh, that's a good one. Who's gonna give you away?
Gosh, I've been so busy I didn't even think about it. Do you know what? All that really matters to me is that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with the man I love.
Amen to that. I mean, now that we're happy, no one, absolutely no one, is going to put us asunder.
Okay, look. You got AM, FM receiver, you got 5-band graphic equalizer, you got a dual cassette tape deck with high-speed dubbing. Retail, this goes for over $200.
Best I can do, $20.
Hey, come on. If I wanted to give this away, I certainly would not give it to you. Now listen to the sound. Now, you know good sound when you hear it, and surely, I mean, this is amazing for something this price. I mean, I promise you this will not stay in your window for longer than one day.
25.
Hey, come on, this is a state-of-the-art system. Oh, you think I stole this, don't you? You think that I'm just gonna take any pitiful sum that you decide to offer me? Look, I am no drunk or junkie looking for a quick fix. You know, I need this money to get me to Arizona.
Take it or leave it.
Oh, all right, I'll take the $25.
I'll be right back.
Cougar Stadium. Game time, 7:30. That's it for sports. Now to people in the news. Asa Buchanan, one of Landview's leading citizens and perhaps the richest, will marry Miss Renee Devine at St. John's Church at the end of this month. He and Miss Devine will be joined by Mr. Buchanan's grandson, Cord Roberts, and his fiancée, Tina Lord Roberts, in a double wedding ceremony. The reception will be held at Landfair, home of Clint and Victoria Buchanan.
Here you go.
Forget it, I don't want your lousy handouts. I'm not going to Arizona now.
But we had a deal.
Yeah, well, I'm canceling it. I can do everything I have to do right here in Landview.
A wise and prudent man prepares for every eventuality, but no amount of instinct or intellect could have possibly foretold the fate that befell my precious Victoria. I can rest with certainty that the explosion will seal forever the secrets in Llantano Mountain. I can only hope and pray that my daughter was able to live a long and happy life, free from the demon that threatened to destroy her happiness, and free from the secrets which the mountain holds.
How did you do with Bo Buchanan?
We had a pleasant lunch, but I'm not sure I accomplished my goal.
You had better change your status from stranger to friend, and do it soon.
Thanks a lot. You know what, Clint was really upset that he didn't get a chance to get by here and talk to you before he had to go to Syria, but I promised it. I would come by and talk to you about your idea of going out there to all that sunshine and those palm trees in California and leaving our blind center here. I gotta be honest with you, Sarah. There's a conspiracy underfoot to keep you right here. Just want to be fair, I'll tell you that right up front. Hello, Sarah? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't listening. What?
Well, why? You got something else on your mind, or you just not interested in hearing my proposal?
No, to tell you the truth, it has just been one hell of a day, and the schedule got away from me. My mind is...
Well, that's okay. I understand. And if you'd rather talk some other time, you let me know where and when, I'll be there.
No, it's fine. You're here, and you have my undivided attention.
Okay, good. I'll make it short, all right? Clint does not want you to leave, okay? He's willing to match that offer that the center in California has made to you. Plus, he's got a great idea to get some of the corporations right here in town involved, like with a fund, you know? That's as well as Clint's foundation. Then you could increase the staff, you can increase the salaries. You would be able to fly to California and visit your dad anytime you want. So what do you think? That's a proposal worth considering, isn't it?
To tell you the truth, Bo, I don't know what to think about anything anymore. I think you were right. Could we talk about this another time?
Okay, sure, whatever you say. All
Thank
right. You want to let me on what's bothering you?
No, it's nothing I can't handle.
Sarah, I wouldn't be too quick to turn me down. I am a world-class listener. And on occasion, I've been known to give out some pretty good advice. So, what the heck? What do you got to lose? Take a shot.
I don't think anybody can do anything about this.
Sometimes it seems like the world will just come to an end when somebody breaks your heart, right? You know about Cord and Tina?
Yeah. Cord told me a couple of weeks ago that he didn't love me enough to make a commitment to me. I guess I should have known then.
But you know what? It doesn't make it any less painful, does it?
Why can't he love me instead of Tina?
Oh, I'm so happy you're here. I was going to call the banner. I was wondering where you were.
Well, good thing you didn't, because I wasn't there. So, have you and Renee worked out everything?
Well, pretty much.
Honey, what's the matter? What happened?
Well, I just have to remember that Asa and Renee are a little bit more set in their ways, because every time I came up with an idea that was really cool, she'd turn pale on me.
Yeah, well, you also have to remember that they've already made arrangements for this wedding long before we were invited to tag along.
I know. That's why I'm really trying to compromise. In fact, I'm going along with a lot of things that normally I would argue about.
Really? Oh, girl, I am so proud of you.
Oh, really, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, Renee is giving up one little point.
Oh, good.
But the main thing is that you and I get to say I do and that we stay together forever and ever.
I like the sound of that.
So, who's going to be your best man?
Well, actually, I was thinking of asking Clint.
No, you can't.
Why?
Because I was going to ask him to give me away.
Well, so can't he do both?
You know, I don't know. I'm going to have to find out about that and check it out.
Yeah? Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we ask him as soon as we get back? Anyway, in the meantime, why don't you come here and sit down? There's something I need you to check out.
Oh, honey, I can't make any more decisions, not at least for a couple of hours, because I'm all decisioned out.
Well, this is a very important decision. It involves engagement ring.
Engagement ring?
Mm-hmm. You know that thing that goes on your finger, the one right in front of the little gold band?
Well, Court, I don't need another engagement ring from you.
Hello, wait a minute. Is this the Tina Lord Roberts that we all know and love, turning down a piece of jewelry?
Well, now will you believe that I've really changed?
Change is one thing, but you are blowing my mind here.
Oh, come on, you stop teasing me. I mean, granted, in the past, in not too distant past, I'll admit that maybe that would have been the most important thing to me, but now, all I want is you. And your love is the most important thing to me. Besides, you gave me this beautiful necklace, and that's enough of an engagement present.
Well, you certainly are a new woman, aren't you?
Well, I'm trying.
Yeah. Well, then I guess, all I need to do is take this back to the jewelers, huh?
Oh, no,
I guess I don't even need to have this.
Don't give that to me. Oh, Cord, it is so beautiful. Look at that sapphire. It's gorgeous. Honey, it's just perfect.
So what do you say? You gonna make me proud? You gonna wear this for me? Well, is it a yes or a no?
Well, I'll suffer through it if it's that important to you.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, yes. Fits perfectly. Okay, that's it. That's official now, girl. No turning back.
Oh, I love you so much.
I love you.
Bottom line is, Steve, I stretched my credit limit when I bought WVLE. And the bank has visions of red ink flowing all over my loan papers.
Look, you're not the first person to fall behind in his mortgage payments, and I bet you won't be the last. Now, come on, there's something we can do about this, or they're gonna take the whole damn hotel.
Yep.
All right, I have an idea. I know you're not gonna like it, but will you at least think about it before you say no?
Steve, I will listen to anything at this point.
Maybe we should talk to Gabrielle. No, come on. And tell her that she's backing you up against the wall here and that her lawsuit is going to make you lose everything you poured your blood and tears into for the last 2 years.
You want to know what she would do? She would laugh right in our faces, clap her hands, go dancing out in the streets. Steve, that is exactly why she's filing this lawsuit. She wants to bury me.
Yeah, that and trying to get back at me.
It's because she's gone around the bend, Steve. There's no way to bring her back. The least we can do is avoid giving her any pleasure and begging her for her understanding.
What are we going to do?
We'll think of something. Who can beat the two of us, huh?
Hey, nobody.
You got it, bro. Thank you. Thanks for sticking by me.
Yeah, well, I just wish I could do more. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I can do more. Max, I can get the money for that mortgage payment.
What are you trying to tell me, Stevie? You got big bucks stashed under your mattress?
Nope, but I know somebody that's got big bucks stashed in the bank.
Well, would this somebody happen to have a name?
Mm-hmm. Michael Grand. I got to know him real well while he stayed here at the hotel.
Steve, to know him is not to love him.
Well, who says you gotta love him? Come on, Max, think about it. Michael is always looking for a good deal. We could toss around some numbers, maybe throw in a percentage of the hotel in exchange for the money to keep it going. Then when you're back in the saddle, you can buy him out. We'll make it part of the deal.
No. No, thank you. I do not want that shark swimming anywhere near my territory.
Look, Max, as long as you legally protect yourself, what do you got to lose?
Steve, That man eats guys like us for breakfast. You think Gabrielle's going after blood? Michael Grand makes her look like a little kitten. He would take this whole hotel and the shirts off our backs.
Believe me, you don't know him.
Oh, believe me, I'm sure I do. He makes Asa Buchanan look like Mr. Rogers. No, no thank you, Steve. Once that guy gets his hooks in you, you'll never be free again. He's got you for life.
You're probably wondering why Clint trusted me with this place in the first...
No. I know why, you know, and you had some tears in your eyes. That doesn't change his proposal.
No, I mean, carrying on with someone that I know really well like this, I think that's one thing. But, Bo, I mean, we don't...
No, that's all right. You know, it doesn't bother me a bit. Really. You're almost family.
Yeah, it was close. No cigar.
Oh, I'm sorry. Damn, what
Oh, it's all right. It's all right,
no,
really.
I'm sorry.
You know, I knew Vicky and Clint before I ever knew Cord, and...
When did you find out about this engagement?
Today. Cord asked me out to lunch. He said he had something really important to tell me.
So you were all set to hear the bad news, huh?
No, I wish. You see, naive as I am, I just rushed off to Holden Towers and created this whole fantasy in my mind that he was going to ask me to stay in Landview and that he was ready to make a commitment to me. I guess what Cord and Tina have, it's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing. You know? But the thing with fantasies, Bo, is you can turn your back on the truth and you can just believe what you want to believe, you know, like kids and fairy tales. Except I'm not a kid anymore.
Oh, Sarah, come on. Don't be so hard on yourself, you know? There's nothing wrong with fantasies and daydreams, you know, and wishing that things would just turn around and work out the way you want them to. That's all part of a process of just letting go. You know, it can be healthy as long as you don't get caught up in the fantasies. I almost did.
You mean, about Dee Dee?
Yeah. I thought about her all the time, you know. There she'd be. She'd be all dressed up in one of her cute little outfits, you know, and she'd just be looking as beautiful as ever. And I'd think about, you know, special places we'd go and times we spent together and everything. And all of a sudden, bang, gone. It just wiped me out for hours, you know, days sometimes.
How long did this last?
Months. Months. And at first, it was devastating, you know? But gradually, as time would go on, it would get easier and easier to let go, you know? And it's probably hard for you to believe right now, but it's gonna get easier for you, Sarah.
I hope so, because I am just disgusted with this moping around and this feeling sorry for myself.
Yeah, listen, I don't want you to think I'm taking this lightly, because I'm really not, but I swear, you know, you're somebody who I think could use a good laugh.
Yeah. I'm not sure I even know how to laugh anymore.
Well, let me see what I can do about it, okay?
This is your first job on the newspaper?
To tell you the truth, it's a trial run. If Mrs. Buchanan likes my pictures, then there's a good chance she's going to hire me. But that's why I've got to do such a good job on this. You think I'm using you? You're right, but it's going to be an even trade. Once the Banner runs a story on the homeless, you're going to get more out of this than I am.
You get a job. Your rich Mrs. Buchanan sells a lot of newspapers, and we get, what, a month in the country?
She may be rich, but she is the warmest, most compassionate woman I've ever met in my life. She cares about people. She really cares. She wants a program that's going to work for you. People got to understand what's going on in this city. You got to trust me. You got to let me take some pictures of you for the story.
Mom, can we please?
I suppose we could go to the bus station, restroom, and make ourselves presentable.
Patricia, I want to take some pictures of you as you are.
Can I at least comb my hair?
Sure. Just let me know when you're ready, okay?
All right.
What are you doing with that? Hey, give me my camera. Give me my camera.
Yeah, here.
You have no right to destroy my property. No right to take my picture, spread all over the paper. The camera. You're not going to take away my free speech, not because of you. No.
Mr. Hackett, so sorry to keep you waiting.
No need to apologize. I'm early.
Tell you what, shall we step into my office?
I just as soon talk here. Every one of these guests represents several $100s which you owe the bank.
Did you develop this charm in banking school, or did you just naturally take pleasure in the misery of others?
I certainly take no pleasure in seeing a customer default on his bank loan. And after a cursory examination of your books, it's quite clear that you can't make any payments to your other creditors either.
Why don't you stick to the bank loans and let me worry about my other creditors?
Mr. Holden, I find your attitude very unprofessional.
Likewise. Now that we're even, can we get down to business? Have a seat, Mr. Hackett. I owe you money. Money which you have the right to receive on demand under normal conditions. The conditions here are not normal. Our backs are up against the wall. But don't count us out. Mr. Hackett, I took over this operation on a shoestring. I turned it around. I turned it into a profit maker. And I can do it again. I just need enough time to get the PR machine working in my favor. And then before you know it, these rooms will be filled. And the registers will be jingling. And you will get the money I owe you. I'd like 2 months to do it, and I can do it in 1 if I have to. I'm sure of it.
If enthusiasm were the legal tender, you certainly have your reprieve. Unfortunately, the bank has rules and regulations which it must follow.
The hotel has rules and regulations, too. But if bending a rule or two makes a guest stay more pleasant, we try to be accommodating.
You're in a service business.
I'm in the business to make money, just like you. The more money I make, the more money you make. It's a very simple equation anyone can understand.
I admire your determination, Mr. Holden. The best I can do for you is a 48-hour extension, no more. If you can't meet your obligation by then, the bank will have no choice but to foreclose. I'm very sorry.
Struck out, huh?
All they keep throwing me are sliders and curves, Stevie.
So now what are we gonna do?
So, now I take my hat in my hand, and I go ask the only one who can help me to bail me out. God, is this gonna hurt? I'm not gonna lose this hotel, Steve. No way am I losing this hotel.
Hurry up. The good part's coming.
Right.
This is when Chaplin eats his boot with his shoelaces and all.
All right. 1 minute.
Hurry up. This is getting cold, too. God, I can't remember the last time I watched one of these. You are amazing.
You know what? I swear, if I'd have been born back in the old days when they had these silent films, I swear I could have been a star.
No, that's not what I meant. Listen, I can't believe you did all this and ordered this and arranged this just to lift my spirits up.
Well, hey, it's lifting my spirits up, too.
Well, thank you very much for sharing this laughter with me.
Oh, you know what? I will share anything that I have with you.
Thank you.
Except my shoes. I'm going to keep those because I'm going to eat those for dinner.
How about a little lo mein instead?
Oh, Chinese shoestring. Yeah. Don't mind if I do.
It's quite clear from Victor's remarks that Nicky Smith knows where the entrance to the tunnel in Llantano Mountain is.
Has Leo begun his excavation yet?
He's probably got more of a chance of finding Ben Franklin's love letters.
Oh, come on, Michael. The man's a competent archaeologist.
Even the most brilliant archaeologist would need more information than I was able to give Leo.
Or perhaps you should confide in him. He might give you some ideas about where to start the search.
No, too big of a risk. He's already in a tailspin over the fact that he might lose his daughter. I'm gonna have to rely on his archaeological instincts for the moment.
And you might have to dig up the whole blessed mountain, too.
If I have to, I will. And if that doesn't work, I will force Nicky Smith to reemerge. I'm gonna find this tunnel one way or the other, Frazier.
Christine? Christine? Can you hear me? Christine?
Is she dead?
No, she's alive. Where is that woman? Where is she? Stop her! Honey, you stay here with Christine while I get help.